Argentina procured a limited batch of 105mm ammunition from China's Norinco for its main battle tanks, but operational firing revealed performance and safety issues, prompting the Argentine army to phase out the Chinese ammunition and shift to Israeli-supplied alternatives. According to a report by the Pentagon Office of the Inspector General, US F-35 fighter jets were mission-ready only around 50% of the time in 2024, primarily due to persistent sustainment and maintenance shortfalls. Negotiations between India and the US for 6 additional Boeing P-8I maritime patrol aircraft have hit a roadblock over pricing, with the American side unwilling to lower costs citing global supply chain disruptions, while India views the quote as nearly 50% higher than previous deals. Images of a Chinese cargo vessel has surfaced, carrying a full deckload of modular missile launcher systems, radar domes and fire control systems, blurring the line between civilian and military assets and complicating detection, tracking and rules of engagement in a conflict scenario. India's BrahMos supersonic cruise missile program has reached around 83% indigenous content, with officials aiming to push localization to about 85% by 2026. Bharat Electronics Limited has signed an MOU with Hyderabad-based Astra Microwave Products to jointly design, develop and manufacture key subsystems for electronic warfare radar systems and satellite applications. Pakistan has placed its forward formations along the line of control on high alert, with intelligence indicating the deployment of 35 specialized anti-drone units across 8 brigades. Latest reports suggest that once the initial batch of 18 BvS10 articulated all-terrain vehicles proves itself in extreme high-altitude conditions in 2027, the Army will place an additional order for 100 more units. The Defense Acquisition Council meeting has been postponed to next week. That will clear revised paperwork for the Indian Air Force's plan to induct 6 additional improved Netra Mark 1A aircraft, and the first aircraft is expected to be delivered in 3 to 4 years. The Defense Acquisition Council meeting next week will examine proposals for inducting additional command post vehicles for the Indian Army's air defense formations that will act as nerve centers, integrating sensor data, video feeds and communications to enable rapid decision-making against drones, cruise missiles and low-flying threats. The Indian Air Force is set to enhance its Standoff precision strike capability with the expected approval of 300-plus Spice guidance kits from Israel at the Defense Acquisition Council meeting next week. The Indian Air Force is acquiring 7 specialized fuel mission simulators and advanced automatic takeoff and landing recording systems that will train pilots in fuel management, air-to-air refueling, low-visibility operations and long-duration mission planning. The Indian Navy has reaffirmed that the TEDBF program is firmly on track, dismissing speculation about its future. The immediate priority is securing CCS clearance, which would unlock full-scale development funding. The Navy also plans to bring the same AMCA consortium into the TEDBF program to ensure continuity and faster progress. The first flight is projected around 3 years after CCS approval, placing the first prototype rollout post-2030. The Indian Navy and DRDO have agreed to develop an upgraded submarine-launched cruise missile with a minimum 2,500 km range for Project 77 nuclear-powered attack submarines. Derived from the 500 km range near-base submarine-launched cruise missile program, its development will focus on thrust vector control, in-flight wing deployment for range extension, and improved encapsulation for underwater ejection, with initial integration trials planned on a Kilo-class testbed submarine. The CEO of United Aircraft Corporation has pitched the Su-57 stealth fighter to India, assuring that its software is free of backdoors or Trojans, and offering deep technology transfer, including source code access. He also added that Russia has proposed options ranging from direct acquisition to licensed production in India, enabling integration of indigenous weapons and avionics while avoiding sanctions-related supply risks, as India evaluates fifth-generation fighters with the emphasis on technological sovereignty, trust and long-term partnership amid intensifying global competition. As the Aeronautical Development Agency plays a central role in programs like Tejas Mark 1, Tejas Mark 2 and AMCA, the latest recruitment notification released on 18 December has triggered debate over compensation levels for program-based contract roles. The 5-year tenure posts offer 35,220 to 59,276 rupees per month, even for candidates with up to 10 years of experience, raising concerns about attracting and retaining skilled talent in Bengaluru's high-cost ecosystem, especially when compared with private sector pay, and even other government R&D bodies like ISRO. Critics argue that such modest pay for contract-based administrative and technical support roles could undermine India's defense self-reliance goals. Today's top 3 comments.
Omar dropped it.